Themistocles obviously wants to fight them in the Strait of Salamis. And just as he's about to give his opinion, Adimantus, the Corinthian admiral, interrupts him, and he sort of says, "Why are we even listening to you, Athenian? You don't even have a city. So if you don't have a city, why should you get a vote or a seat at the table?" And Themistocles responds by saying, even if we only had the ships that we have now, we'd still make a greater city than you, Corinthian.
Ouch.
Which is a pretty sharp comeback, and this only aggravates Adimantus even further, and so he gets personal. Themistocles has a bit of a reputation as being a sort of wily Odyssean type figure, so he sort of says, those who start a foot race before the officials give the go ahead end up getting beaten with rods. And Themistocles responds by saying, "Yes, but those who don't start at the right moment end up losing the race." So you sort of end up getting a sense of the sort of character Themistocles is from this account, where he's very opportunistic, very wily, very quick-witted. And he definitely needed to be this clever, because Themistocles is actually from a very obscure family in Athens. His mother is actually an immigrant, and so he grew up actually outside of the city walls in a neighborhood which had a lot of immigrant families in.
I think, Dan, you would probably agree that in the first half of the 5th century BC, he was the greatest politician in Athenian history. And in the second half, obviously, it goes to Pericles.
I mean, he's the father of the Athenian navy, and even generations after him, in the days of Plutarch, the Athenians are celebrating a hero cult, where they've sort of built him this tomb sort of on the shoreline in full view of all the trireme races and all the sort of boat races that the Athenians have to sort of prepare the fleet for battle readiness. And so the impact of his decisions and of his speeches sort of carry on past the generations, even though he ends up defecting to Persia in the end.